You know what? I've decided that before we take on the Gerudo region, it is finally time we tackle Eventide Island. You know, Arrow Grinding Island. I've decided to do this now because it's about time, right? We have enough hearts. We should have enough hearts. And also, like I just said, Arrow Grinding Island. I need to grind some arrows. Do I have a weapon I can spare? Because I'm going to need to pick up this crap right here. And, oh, look, there's a chest right there. May as well pick that up first. Alright, nice. And I don't think we have enough Korok seeds, no, to get another upgrade. I kind of really wish I have Ultra Hand right now, otherwise I can't exactly point this straight at the island. So I need that Korok leaf. I suppose it's not the biggest deal for me to drop this. We did just get it. It's not the best item in the world, best weapon in the world. How nice, someone just left a perfectly built raft right here where I conveniently need it. Alright, so I've delayed this enough. It's finally time to go and do Eventide Island. I mean, let's face it, it's probably not going to be as bad as I make it out to be. It's probably not going to be as bad as I remember. It's just, you know, Master Mode scares me, especially with Eventide. Look at how fast we're actually going, just because of the Korok leaf. I'm gonna try to go a little bit this direction. Wait, don't ram. Oh god. But it's fine. And the moment you step foot onto the island, to you who has traveled to this island, I present you with a challenge. In your travels, you've relied on the equipment. Oh, couldn't finish reading it all. Here, you must cast this equipment aside and face this trial with only your wits and whatever you can scavenge. Offer up the orbs to the 3 altars on this island. Only then will I acknowledge your skill and return your items. So, we're on our own here. Doesn't matter what you pick up, because you don't keep any of it anyways. Maybe I shouldn't have come at night. And when I say that, when I say don't pick up any items, I mean don't be greedy, you know? Use up everything, because you don't keep any of it in the very end. So any food items you pick up, you definitely want to cook. So don't be greedy thinking, alright, I'll hold on to it. Maybe when I'm done here, I could use it for something else. No. Use everything. Collect as much as you can, but, you know, use it. Weapons too. Maybe coming here at night wasn't the best idea. So actually, remember how previously I mentioned that I did another job interview where I was super unqualified for and I didn't even apply for it. My sister helped me apply for it and didn't even tell me. And I was like, I really don't expect to hear from them again. Well, to my surprise, I actually heard from them again. Wow, they yawn in unison. Yeah, look, all your stuff is gone. Except for the key items. You have Daruk's protection, at least. That's something. Alright, I'll pull out my most powerful weapon at this moment. While I have the opportunity, I should also grab what I can, you know? So yeah, I actually did hear from them again. Oh god. I'm already losing! Doesn't matter, knock them into the water. Pick up the weapon, please! Oh, that's right, these are just blue bokoblins, so 3 bombs is enough to take them out. Nope, not sit at the fire. I tried to pick this up. Anyway, so yeah, to my surprise, I did actually hear back from them. They sent me an email asking, you know, when I would have time for a second follow-up email. Follow-up email? Follow-up interview. I'm gonna take out that Octorok first. I'm not gonna risk anything. Ah. That was a hardy lizard. So I actually saw the email on one of the 2 optional days that I could have gone in for a second email, so oops. So I told them, I can do the next day. I then got a phone call later in the day to confirm that. But then when they sent me the address in the email, I started having second doubts. Second thoughts and having doubts. Because the location, you know, for Canada-wise, is in Brampton. So a drive from Toronto to Brampton would be like 45 minutes to an hour. And that's a pretty big commute, especially for just a stinking job interview. And I think I completely forgot to mention this last time. Because I'm very unqualified to do this job, and for some reason, if I were to have gotten the role, I would have needed to do training, obviously. And training would have been probably at this location, which was like an hour away. And the training would have lasted like 2 to 3 months. Obviously with no pay. Because why... Oop. Oh man, I wanted to grab that wood. Pause. But it's okay. Doesn't matter. Obviously, they're not going to pay me to do the damn training, because why would they? My dad, for a split moment, was actually for it. He was like, even if you don't get paid, even if it is a long drive, it would still be a good opportunity, you know, for them to teach you things, for you to learn something new. Even if you don't get the job afterwards, even if you feel like the job isn't right for you afterwards, if you still did the training, that's still something to put on a resume, which is a great advantage for the future. But then even my dad later on was like, son, probably don't go. Don't, like, cancel the job interview and tell them you've changed your mind. Because driving to Brampton is pretty difficult. At first, I myself was more than willing to even give it a try, you know, give it a shot. But even when my dad tells me don't drive there yourself, like my dad is an expert driver, and when even he tells me don't, because it's really difficult to drive there, then something's not right. You know, something's not going to work out. Remember, don't be greedy, so you have a good weapon. Where did my good weapon go? I think I used it. Did I? Oh, I thought I had a better sword. Huh, never mind then. What about bows? Nope, I only have the one bow. So I emailed them being like, well, after some consideration, I've decided that this just isn't the right... this position isn't best suited for me, because it's not what I studied for. Thank you for the time, but... Thank you for all the time that you've given me so far, but I'm going to look for other employment opportunities. I sent them an email actually rather late, you know, rather late into the night, so I wasn't sure if they got it. You know, I was afraid that if they didn't get it, they would call me like, yo, where are you at for the interview? It's like, oh, you didn't get my email? I canceled. Whoops, sorry, bye now. So I called them this morning, because the interview was supposed to be today. I called them this morning to double check, like, did you get my email? No, which email did you send it to? Did you send it to the right person? And, no, I did not. So it's a damn good thing I actually called them. Wait, pick up the meat! These guys are simple, I can take them out with bombs! Oh, that's a black bokoblin, never mind. I can't take you out with 3 bombs. Ooh, hold on. Alright, take out the blue ones first. Wasn't there 3 of them? Where'd the third one go? Oh! There we go, there's the second one done. If I can launch you in the water, that'd be great. Oh boy. Yo, what? Goat, get out of here. There we go. There we go. So yeah, now truly, if I hear back from these guys, then that'd be quite a big surprise. But, you never know, because on the phone, the dude who was there, who was present for the last interview, and was also the guy who... Oh, I was mashing A to try to pick it up. I think it landed in the water. The guy who was present there during the job interview, the one taking notes, and the guy who, you know, was also on the phone interview with me, he was kind of really insisting on, like, no. It's like, you're good, you're good. Like, we will find you a different position, you know? If this location is a big commute for you, what about this position, you know? The one that's more suited for you, because if we have that position, then would you be interested? He was almost kind of really wanting me to join, for some reason. You know what, probably best not to waste a Daruk's protection on... Oh my god! Where'd that even go? And is that a different chest? I think that's too far away. Well, I lost a shield, but it's not like I'm really gonna use it. Instead, I get a pot lid. You know what's funny, though? I actually did hear one of the Zelda Notes lines. You know how, with the Switch 2 versions of these games on the Zelda Notes app, you get voice lines from Princess Zelda for lore details, for lore bits, I should say. Well, I did hear one where Link and Zelda came to Eventide together, and it wasn't until after they arrived that Link revealed to Zelda that when he came here before, he lost all his clothing. And Zelda's just like, you could have told me that sooner. Oh, damn it! I needed to pick that up! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now I have to actually fight you. My goal was to just pick it up. Oh, I don't have arrows. My goal was to not have to fight you so that I could just get the orb and run. You're gonna chase me all the way up here. Like, it's not easy to de-aggro you. Unless I run a significant distance away. Like, what if I just, you know, hang off the side here? You really can't find me. You would think it would take stamina for Link to just hang on the side. Alright, the music's stopping, the music's fading, that's a good sign. I just need to wait for you to go back to sleep. Oh, right, I should probably cook. Cook literally everything. I'm gonna cook these individually. Or you know what? No, I'm not going to. Alright, plus 8 hearts. Plus 8 yellow hearts. I'll eat that later on. Literally cook everything. Do not hold on to anything because you will lose it all anyways. But yeah, regarding that Zelda memory, Link is... I saw people online saying Link wanted to see Zelda naked because he purposely did not tell Zelda that when he came to this island, he lost all his clothes. Zelda's just like, you could have told me that sooner. So Link, being the devious little scamp that he is, purposely did not tell Zelda so that he could maybe get a peek. You could also, if you want, you know, cook all this other stuff for a quarter heart. If you cook them all at once, you still get a quarter heart. You could literally just cook everything individually to get each and every quarter heart, or dubious food for a single heart. But I'm not gonna do all of that. Oh! You're stretching. You're tired. I really need to just land and pick up the orb and run. Just book it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Got it! Now run. Run for dear life. You don't have to fight it if you don't want to, and I clearly don't want to. So remember, there are 3 of these orbs for us to get. So here's 1. I know exactly where the other 2 are as well. So one's up there, obviously. Second one is over at that tree fort over there. Okay, the Hinox is gone. Good, good, good. Or a tree fort over here. See it? It's right there. Now, my plan is to just run up quickly, grab it, and book it. But I should probably heal up first. Is this full recovery? It is, so I should save that. But don't want to be too greedy. Alright, run. Just run. Get out of my way. Neither of you fell off. Alright, so those guys are out of here. Pick up, and amazingly, no fall damage. Go, 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 go. Ignore all of them. Just go, just go. This probably ain't the best path for me to go, actually. You know what, scratch that. This absolutely is not the correct path for me to go. At least I don't think. Right? Yeah, because I need to be over here. This is where it's at. So, just keep going, just keep going. You can definitely go the route where you fight these guys, but clearly, I don't want to. I just want to be done with this so that I can grind for arrows after. I am recording, right? I'm always paranoid. Yes, I am recording. Good. This can be a little annoying to get it in. Pause. Oh boy. Okay, that's a little further apart than I expected. I do indeed have metallic stuff on me. Well, I'll just take that off for now. Okay, this clearly ain't the way to do it. So first, I will set this down a little bit away. Oh my god! It's amazing the buoyancy of these things, right? Okay, so here's 2. And now I got the third and last one to do, of course. Look at this, folks. We're finally doing Eventide. And we're 2/3 of the way done. Ooh, look at that. Wait. Pick up first. Is that a Stal enemy? Well, doesn't matter. It's not late enough into the night anyways. So there is definitely a ton of resources in the wilderness for you to get. Well, the lack of music and only thunder and lightning and wind kind of reminds me of Plants vs. Zombies, level 410. You know, the one where you find the Yeti zombie. Okay, put that away. You don't want to be shocked, do you? I also don't have any arrows. I can't use the bow as a weapon like Hawkeye does occasionally. So anyways, I need to get up there. But it's too moist for me to climb. Never mind. You know what? There's a Hinox there. Maybe it's for the best. I just endure the rain. Yeah, this weather's not clearing up anytime soon. Great! I don't have a use for it, though. Well, there goes the sneaking aspect. I was about to sneak around them, but, never mind. First, toss this aside. Okay, that did not just launch it upward, so that's good! There we go! Eventide, done. Remember how in Tears of the Kingdom, there's a pirate ship here? You've done well to complete the trial. I will now return your things as promised. And, you know, take away everything I've gotten in the process, too. Coming to the shrine. I'm kinda occupied right now, but it's good to have my stuff back. Want to have a little bit of fun, you know? Enjoy what having weapons was like again. And defense, too. Having defense is also nice. Feels good to be able to attack again. Alright, now you. And miss the ladder, why not? After all that epic movie walk away from explosion. Well, it didn't look that epic. Alright, the shrine should be up on top. Right? Yes. What did that shrine say? Corgi child? No, I'm kidding. Alright, now that we're done Eventide, and we finally are getting the shrine here, we don't have to worry about this in the back of our heads anymore. Or at least I don't. A gold rupee? Thank you! I was about to be like, all that work for that? Get out of here! Nice. Finally, Eventide is done. Now, like I said earlier, the biggest reason why I wanted to get Eventide done, aside from just getting it out of the way, is so that we can finally grind for arrows. Because this island right here, this is the best spot to grind for arrows in the whole game. It is the quickest, it is the most efficient, and it's for free. You don't have to pay Beetle to buy arrows. Honestly, I probably should have done this sooner so that I could grind for arrows sooner, but it's okay. It's okay. We've actually made it relatively fine so far with the amount of arrows we were able to pick up. So this chest contains 10 arrows. How many do I have now? 61. And it always respawns, so you can just keep on warping back to the shrine and keep on coming down here to pick up 10 arrows for free. And now, I am going to sit here and I am going to grind arrows until I am maxed out. I can easily cut this out, but nah, I'm not going to cut shit. We are going to do this entire long process together. We are not even at 100 arrows, and I am going to get to 1,000. I'm not going to grab the fish every single time, because that time's going to add up. I'm just going to grab the arrows, and just keep on grabbing more arrows. I will do this entire long process right in front of you. The whole thing. So, strap in. Or if you want to click to the next video, I don't blame you. But just to let you know, this is indeed the best place in the game to grind for arrows. It may not be the quickest method in the world, but believe me when I tell you, it is the quickest method in the game. So why not, right? I did this all the time when, you know, I played this game in the past. The handful of times that I completed the game in the past, I did this. Just grinded arrows until I maxed out. Now we don't have to worry about arrows anymore. And whenever we do run low on arrows, we can always just come back and grind for more. If you guys can hear someone talking in the background, that's my dad and his friends in the basement. Hearing them through the vents. The red hearts and the red magnesis on the side always make me think there's a blood moon. You know what? That fish is bothering me. I'm just gonna pick it up so we don't have to worry about it anymore. So now, we will have more than enough arrows for the next area. The next dungeon. Wouldn't that be nice, not having to worry about arrows? You see, Eventide wasn't that hard. I was being a baby for nothing. I was stressing it for nothing. But you can definitely see why I wanted to wait until I had more than enough hearts before I came here. I did get hit a couple of times, and if I came with not enough hearts, I would have been taken out with just one hit. Because I had no defense. Because I had no clothing on. I'm actually curious how well you guys can hear that background chatter. My dad and his friends are having a grand old time in the basement. This is why I called this Arrow Grinding Island. You know, it's about time that we had a nice big stash. A nice healthy supply of arrows, you know? Don't have to worry about it. Totally not running out of things to say. You know, this is actually much faster on the Switch 2, given the faster loading time. But I'm stuck on the Switch 1, because the Switch 2 is expensive. I mean, it's not like it loads too slow. Normally the load screens are much longer, but because we're loading into an area so close by, it doesn't take that long to load. Just imagine it on the Switch 2, though. It's like a second. Instant loading. In-universe, in-world, Link spent days on Eventide Island, and he's going to spend a couple more, or maybe like a day or two more, just constantly grinding arrows. So, how's everyone doing? I do want to mention this, now that I have this opportunity to freely talk about stuff without having to worry about the gameplay. So, in a couple weeks, my uncle and cousin are coming over here for a trip. They're the same relatives of mine that I visited a couple months ago when I went to the Japan and Hong Kong trip, which you heard me talk about at the beginning of this series. And now, a couple months later, they're coming over here for a trip. I think they're coming over here for just under 3 weeks. I think it's like 20 days. So, when they come over, I might be accompanying them, might be going on a trip with them to, I think it might be like Montreal. So, going from Toronto to Montreal, we're gonna go there for like a week, right? Out of the 3-ish weeks that they're gonna be here, 1 week they're gonna go on a tour bus over to, I think, Montreal. I can't remember exactly where. I'm going to have to double check that. And there's a chance I might go with them. And only me. So it would just be the 3 of us. Myself, my uncle, and my cousin. My cousin wants to see this, like, magical forest place, which I never heard of. So, if I'm going to be gone for a while, plus the fact that once I'm back from being gone, and my relatives are still here visiting for a trip, that doesn't leave me too many opportunities to, well, record videos for this. I don't want them to, you know, cause too much background noise, because who knows what the kid's going to get up to. Or, you know, if they're here on a trip, I want to spend time with them instead of spending a couple hours in here playing a video game alone by myself. So I'm gonna need to find opportunities in the near future to, I don't know, maybe record like a gang load of these, a whole bunch of these. Record a bunch of these in advance. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see how things play out, how things will work. But yeah, they're coming over for a trip. That's nice. The last time my uncle and cousin came over, well, it wasn't nearly a decade ago. Maybe it was like 7 or 8 years ago, maybe around that time frame. My cousin, he was still young. He was still borderline a toddler. It's like 3, 4 years old, you know? And let me tell you, he was one of the most annoying childs I have ever seen in my whole life. He was so annoying, so energetic. You know how kids are at that age. They're full of energy, and then when they run out of energy, they crash out. It was so much to deal with him back then, and he was only here for a trip. Imagine being my uncle. Imagine being the parent to that. Thankfully, now, after all these years, he's grown up. He's, what, a preteen now? So he's not as annoying and energetic as he was, like, nearly a decade ago when he was still a wee little kid. So at least now I'm actually looking forward to him coming over. The two of us, we can hang out, we can actually talk. You know, I can talk to someone and he can actually talk back to me instead of a you know, a stupid kid who doesn't understand what the words mean. The sad part is, though, the two of them coming over, they're gonna take my room. Because my room, my bedroom in the house, is the only room in the house with a bunk bed. Why do I sleep on a bunk bed? Well, particularly for moments like this, where we have guests over. So, my bunk bed will be the bed that they share, which means I will lose my room. And I swear, this happens every time. Every single time someone comes over, a guest comes over to stay for a while, it's always my room, you know? It's just another... Ooh, nice, a rainbow. It's another case of the youngest person getting treated like shit. But then again, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. They're not going to take my dad's room. They're not going to take my mom's room. They're not going to take my sister's room. It kind of just makes the most sense. They would take my room. Because I have a bunk bed. You know, multiple sleeping arrangements. Widely available. The only thing that makes me kind of annoyed this time is the fact that, well, now, my sister's married. My sister wasn't married like 7, 8, 9 years ago when they came over here last. So, the apartment that she and her husband have, well, it's pretty much ready. They can move out, and that's pretty much the plan. Once my uncle and cousin come here to visit, my sister's gonna move out with her husband to, you know, have space in the house. And I'm kind of thinking, all right, her room is vacant. Why can't they sleep in her room? Move another mattress in there. Why can't they sleep in her room? You know, because I like my own space. I like sleeping in my bed, in my room. And she's not using her room, so why can't they use her room, right? But my family's making the argument like, you're still the one with the bunk bed. You know? And in the past, when they came over, they always slept in your room, so my room. Last year, when my sister got married, my uncle came over for just a week, and he slept in my room with me, because we have a bunk bed. So my uncle is used to sleeping in my room. Every time he comes to visit, he would sleep in my room. So it'd be a weird change-up this time for him, or them, the two of them, to sleep in my sister's room. I mean, if I think about it, if I was in that position, that'd be kind of weird for me too. If I go stay with relatives, it would be a little awkward for me, the male cousin, to sleep in my female cousin's bed. Or, if, you know, if my uncle slept in her niece's bed, that'd be a little bizarre. It's a little less bizarre when you're sleeping on your nephew's bed, right? Only this time, they take my room. I'm gonna have to sleep in my sister's room. And I sure ain't sleeping on her stanky-ass, smelly bed. So I'm gonna have to pull up a mattress and sleep on the floor. You might be asking, well, if your room gets taken over all the time, where did you sleep before? Without a room? Exactly that answer. I pulled up a mattress and I slept randomly. Sometimes I would sleep on the floor of my dad's bed. Sometimes I would sleep on the floor of my sister's bed. Sometimes I would sleep on the floor of my mom's bed. I literally changed locations all the time. It's to see where I was best suited, you know? Where I could sleep comfortably, like who I could sleep around, who I wouldn't annoy, who would not annoy me sleeping. Because everyone sleeps differently, right? My mom likes to sleep with the TV on. Hell, all of my family likes to sleep with a light on. A little night light, you name it. Me, on the other hand, I'm the only member in the family who prefers to sleep in pitch black. Obviously, as a kid, I used to sleep with a nightlight because the dark was scary. But as I grew up, I found the nightlight to just be too bright. So I turned it off, and now I sleep in pitch black. And even sometimes, me sleeping in pitch black is still too bright because of the street light from outside coming in through the window. So yeah, a couple weeks from now, when my uncle and cousin come to visit, not only am I going to have to think about how I'm going to record videos for this game, but I'm also going to have to figure out my sleeping arrangement. I'm going to sleep on the floor of my sister's room. Not directly on the floor, you know, pull up a mattress, of course. Because her smelly-ass bed, her boogers-covered bed, hell nah. Not a chance. You think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. In a way, it's a miracle she got married. But that's besides the point. Now that I've rambled, okay, I'm only at 271. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. Maybe I won't go until 1,000, because I'm not even halfway. You can see how this may take a little bit of time. But like I said, it is indeed the fastest process in the whole game to grind for arrows. Alright, maybe I won't grind to max arrows right now. I'll grind for as much as I can, and then I'll call it. And then, in the future, maybe we'll come back and grind some more. I don't really want to do this off-screen, you know? But then again, I don't necessarily need 1,000 arrows. When am I going to use them all, right? I mean, hey, arrows go fast in this game. Alright, kinda overdid it there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed half of this being content and the other half being nothing but grinding filler. It all leads to a good cause. At least for the next little while, we don't have to worry about arrows. That's nice. What's a good stopping point? I feel like I kind of want to stop at 500, but that might take a little long, because last I checked, we were at like 270. It's been a couple attempts, so let's say 300. Doing 20 of these would still be a while. Like, the time adds up. But yeah, do you see now why I primarily wanted to do Eventide? Not for the shrine, not for actually getting it over with, it's this. To grind for arrows. Alright, let's see. How many arrows does that put me at? 360. I don't know, should I go until 500? You see how easy this method is? It's time consuming. Despite it being the quickest method in the game, it is still time consuming. But it's worth it, you know? It's definitely worth it. I think you should be able to hear that. The silence, and that's the only thing. Maybe faintly in the background if you really listen in. Enhance audio. They are really loud in the basement. So I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Hear them or not. If they're that loud to the point I can hear them up here, imagine how loud it is being down there with them. Realistically, you would still have some sort of fall damage, but video game logic. Alright, let's see. How many does that put me at now? 411. At this point, we may as well go until we get 500. It's just 9 more times. It's not going to take that long. Wasn't today fun? Wasn't today riveting? So, I think next time we will indeed start the Gerudo region. Make it a Gerudo town. Do all the things that we need to do, and then, you know, make it to Vah Rudania. Wait. It's not Rudania. Naboris. What the hell am I saying? Vah Naboris. We already did Rudania. Almost done. Almost done for today. Just a couple more arrows and then we get to move on. I mean, we can move on now, but I'm saying that we will continue after we get these amount of arrows. A certain amount of arrows. And how many more? 6 more. I'll be honest, I really was expecting to be here and grind arrows until we maxed out. I didn't realize just how long that took. But, you know, half is more than enough for now. We'll pick up arrows along the way as well. Oh. You know, I wish it would rain in real life. I mean, it did a couple days ago, but I mean coming up soon. Because I saw on the news forecast that the next almost 2 weeks are going to be blistering hot temperatures, implying we are in summer. You know, you want to know something crazy about my sister? Even if it is hot temperatures, she'll still turn on the seat warmers in the car. And not only that, she would actually have the AC turned halfway. So halfway between cold and hot. Not exactly warm, but cool. She would have cool air coming out and have the seat warmers on during hot summer temperatures in the car. What the hell? When I get in the car in the summer heat, I immediately blast the AC. I don't do good with the heat. The heat ain't for me. I think, what, 3 more times? Yeah. Barely see the island now. Oh my god! That's right, the chest is metallic. Did you hear that? Second last time, y'all. Are you sick of this? I imagine this isn't as fun to watch. It's not very fun to play, but, you know, having, you know, in mind salvation, I guess. Oh, God! Yep, that's my salvation. I tried to open the chest real quick. What the hell? What was that? There wasn't even a lightning strike there. Man, I'm out of here after one more. So this is it, folks. This is the last one. 500 arrows is more than enough for now. I mean, having maxed out arrows is more of just a flex. Link has 1,000 arrows in his pocket? Well, in this case, only 500. But he can hold up to 1,000 arrows of each kind? Alright, last time. Better hurry up. I really was mashing the A button there. Alright, finally, we have 500 arrows. We can finally move on. Let's get out of here.